Do you think that the government is doing enough to mount pressure on the governor, sir?
Not sufficient, not sir, not they may, but it is not sufficient. It is most surprising and also shocking. I have no problem if BJP speaks, BJP leader speaks against Dravidian politics. He speaks. How can he? I don't understand. He can't say, though the assembly has passed, I cannot do that because I have my own reservation. That is not correct.
What is the role of the governor when the bill goes to him? Does the governor have the powers to assess the bill or sit in judgment of the bill?
If he has any doubt, he can send it for reconsideration. But he can't say, I want not only this bill, all the 20 bills for 1.5 years, he is consulting. Sir, every time you can't go to court. Therefore, it is for this government has to take on the governor. And not only it is the issue of the government, it is the issue of the people. The opposition party leader says something, I will appreciate it. But the attitude of the governor has to be opposed not only by the ruling party, I think it has to be also by the opposition party.
Hello and welcome to the News Minute. The governor of Tamil Nadu, RN Ravi, is yet to give his approval for the online gambling and online regulation of online games bill that was passed in the Tamil Nadu Assembly. The bill will essentially prohibit online gambling because there have been series of suicides that have been reported in Tamil Nadu. More than 20 suicides have been reported in the state. And this is a very serious issue. Even as we speak, even as the bill is under the consideration of the governor, there have been multiple cases of suicides that have been reported in different parts of the state. There is mounting pressure on the Raj Bhavan, but the Raj Bhavan is still unmoved. The governor is yet to give his approval. To talk about this, I have with me Justice Hariparanthaman. So thank you so much for speaking to News Minute. So what do you think the governor is doing? Because the governor who gave his assent for an ordinance is taking a huge amount of time to give his assent for the bill that has been passed in the Tamil Nadu Assembly, sir.
Sir, it is most surprising and also shocking since the same governor gave assent to the ordinance. In fact, it is the ordinance that was promulgated by the governor. The proposal was given by the state, then the ordinance was issued by the governor. But the same content now is made as an act. He is refusing to give assent. Particularly before enacting the law, the state had chosen to appoint an expert committee led by Justice Chandru. They gave recommendations on looked into all the legal aspects. Still, the governor has not chosen to give assent. It is not the first time. In my view, almost all the bills are not given assent by the governor. Not only in Tamil Nadu, the same thing prevail in all over India, wherever opposition states are ruled. Arvind Kejriwal was forced to have a sit-in strike in the house of a governor for a bill to be passed that is relating to supply of ration materials to the respective households. That is how even in the West Bengal, in Telangana, everywhere, or in Kerala there is also running war on he is removing the vice chancellors. The governor is removing the vice chancellor already appointed by the state government. Of course, here that has not taken place, but it is the governors, particularly Tamil Nadu governor, also thinks he is the person elected to rule the Tamil Nadu. He is, in my view, he thinks he is ruling Tamil Nadu. He thinks he is an opposition party leader in Tamil Nadu. Everything. And also he speaks everyday politics. I think the serious politics, that is what is in Tamil Nadu, what is Dravidian politics. As against Dravidian politics, I have no problem if BJP speaks, BJP leader speaks against Dravidian politics. He speaks. How can he? I don't understand. Therefore, here he thinks he is he's all he's a person. He is an elected government. He is the opposition party leader and everything. It is all the bills are pending with him. The Constitution says, Article 200, it is as soon as possible. What is as soon as possible? For 2 years, 1.5 years, nearly 2 years. If, the government
bills.
is going other bills nearly. Yes. Therefore, it is a pathetic condition. That is why the bill, a private member bill moved by Mr. Wilson, DMK MP, is very relevant in my view. He says in the bill, one of the clauses is the governor shall be appointed after getting concurrence from the respective chief minister. You get a nod from the chief minister. His views should be taken into account. There should be a effective consultation and in fact concurrence, like High Court and Supreme Court judges appointment by the Collegium of Supreme Court. And here also in a state, elected government is there, the chief minister shall be consulted and on his concurrence should be appointed is the essence of the bill. I think that is more important because of the attitudes of this governor, particularly whenever there is a strong center, there is a pressure on the respective state government, opposition rule state government. But this time, after 2014, it has reached new heights in my view, and the debate as to the powers of state governments are now debated more than any other time. Now the attitudes of the governors in all these opposition rule states require a serious debate as to the amendment of constitution, giving a certain amount of consultation, or is a choice, or one is a total abolition. If not abolition, how chief minister's view has to be obtained before appointment of these governors is an important issue, or for removal also. If suppose can a president behave like this? If a parliament passed a bill, can a president withhold the bill? What will the parliament do? Immediately the ruling party will remove him. There is a power that they will use a certain but here governor can't be removed by the state government. Even entire assembly joined together, even ADMK joined together, it is not possible.
Okay.
But therefore,
but what is the role of the governor when the bill goes to him? Does the governor have the powers to assess the bill or sit in judgment of the bill? Because he says that like if tomorrow the bill is being challenged in the court, then it may get quashed, or it may the bill may be declared as null and void. So the governor has should take a serious decision into this and should ensure that the bill does not face any legal hurdles.
Sir,
so what exactly is the role
sir,
of the governor? Is that the role of the governor?
Sir, neither governor nor president can sit over the decision of the parliament or the state legislatures. That is my view. I think that is what the constitution also contemplates. If a bill passed unanimously by the state is struck down, the state knows how to again reenact it. Suppose certain discrepancies are pointed out, then they will do that. That is not the role of a governor. What either president or governor, they can look into it. They can return it as soon as possible. What is as soon as possible? A week or 10 days. They will give us some suggestion. They will say definitely. I am not saying they have to simply give us. No, they can give their views. But these are all the particular section in that act enactment. It requires some modification. Then the state will think over. But he can't sit over like this. Then once the state sends back, we feel it is correct, then he has no option but to give assent. He can't say, though the assembly has passed, I cannot do that because I have my own reservation. That is not correct. Yeah,
So the governor cannot sit in judgment of the bill, thinking what the judiciary will do.
No, not judiciary. If he thinks there is anything that requires some correction, he can send it back for reconsideration. But he can't sit indefinitely like this. All the 2021 bills for the first 1.5, nearly 2 years. If after 3 months or 4 months, it is at nearly 2 years. Bills are pending with him for nearly 2 years. I think the government may complete its term. He will sit quietly.
Okay.
That is not fair. That is not what constitution has contemplate. You contemplate.
Okay, but what do you think that the Tamil Nadu government should do? Because the law minister has met the governor, he has given his clarifications. The governor has given some kind of assurance. The law minister says that the governor has some doubts about this bill and he will give his approval. But despite all that, we don't see the governor doing anything as far as the bill is concerned. So what should the government do? What should the opposition parties in Tamil Nadu do? Do you think that the state government is doing enough to put pressure on the governor, sir? Like you pointed out, in Arvind Kejriwal's case, he went and sat outside the Raj Bhavan. What are we seeing in Tamil Nadu?
Sir, in all opposition rule state, this is a problem. In Kerala, you see what is happening. He is removing all the vice chancellor appointed by the government. In West Bengal, this is what is happening. In Telangana, therefore, the state government should give more pressure on them. It is atrocious for the governor to meet the persons who are conducting the online gambling in his in the governor's bungalow. Governor's Maligai in Tamil, the governor, I'm not able to understand. He meets up the concerned persons against whom or against their interest. The state has thought to enact a law, have some sort of control on as far as the online gambling is concerned. How he is holding discussion with them. I don't think. Suppose if a parliament passes some bill, can a president hold a talk like this?
For example, if there is a Gundas bill that is being brought, can you call in all Gundas?
I don't know, sir. All the Gundas, whatever, any legislation, it is for the legislature is concerned. If he has any doubt, he can send it for reconsideration. But he can't say, not only this bill, all the 20 bills for 1.5 years, he is consulting. I don't know, sir. That is even in the release of it. When the cabinet took a decision to release 7 convicts in Rajiv Gandhi case, they, even from Edapadi Panichami cabinet, they took a decision. They did not act on it. But they do it in the case of Bikhi Banu. They do it in the case of Godse. In 1960s, on the ground that Godse completed 14 years. But Perarivalan, after 30 years, even state cabinet decided that is their power. Governor said no. Ultimately, courts have to intervene. Sir, every time you can't go to court. Therefore, it is for this government has to take on the governor. And not only it is the issue of the government, it is the issue of the people, all the people. It is a shame to all the people of Tamil Nadu. Why they elected government? Why the opposition party also? It's a sovereignty of our state granted by the constitution. It is in the list too. Yes.
But do you think that the government is doing enough to mount pressure on the governor, sir?
Not sufficient, they may, but it is not sufficient. But the way in which Arvind Kejriwal reacted, the way in which even Pinarayi Vijayan reacted, or Mamta, not that extent, sir. When they are opposition party, they are the best. When Modi came, they show, yes, go back Modi, everything. Even now, after coming to power, I don't say they have to confront with the center for all the things, or like Mamta. I am not advocating. But they should send a clear message, and we cannot tolerate. What is that what is the limit for that? Now, more than 20 bills are pending. So, cooperative societies are coming under the state. It is a entry, I think 32 in list 2, state list, 7th schedule, constitution. The Supreme Court also said, Justice Rohinton Nariman said, in a judgment that it is a totally, it is only state subject. When center thought of interfering in it on the ground, the new part is introduced, like Panchayat, constitution is made as a part of a constitution. Using that, center wants to have a say in the state cooperatives. So Justice Rohington argument said, no, you can't. It is the state subject. But in Tamil Nadu, they passed some legislation about the tenure of the elected body. It is for them. He can't sit over it. I can have if a opposition party leader says something, I will appreciate that. But the attitude of the governor has to be opposed not only by the ruling party, I think it has to be also by the opposition party.
In this case, there is something really strange, sir. One is that the governor gave his approval for an ordinance, but when the same ordinance comes in the form of a bill, he is refusing to give his assent.
Sir,
So what does that mean?
Sir, that is really surprising, and I don't understand. Even the BJP also, I think, supported in the legislature. Sir, this is the difference between other bills pending with this governor and this bill. This is, I think, the only bill. Before it was filed before the assembly, it was an ordinance. Ordinance was issued by the governor. Now, when it becomes a bill, when it is passed by the assembly, he is not giving assent. It is really surprising and shocking. That why? And also, he is holding talks with the concerned parties. The persons whose rights are fettered, somewhat fettered. I think it is a challenge to the elected government and the people of Tamil Nadu, the people who elected. Both the opposition and ruling party both have passed unanimously the bill. Still, is like a need, like cooperative societies. Like in cooperative societies, the opposition party had a different say, but still, it was passed. Once a bill is passed, the governor or president, they cannot sit over the bill. They can send it as soon as possible, is the word used in the constitution. It means immediately. What is immediately? It is not days, months, weeks, years together, and they have to send it for reconsideration. Once after reconsidering, it is sent back, they have to necessarily approve the bill. They have no option. It is like appointment of High Court and Supreme Court judges. Once the collegiums not preparing to accept the recommendations of central government, saying, suppose a particular name is Justice K.M. Joseph name was sent by collegium. Government said, no, we don't want to, we have some reservation. Collegium again considered, sorry, we don't accept it. Ultimately, government has to appoint him. That is the law of the land. Something like that is more than a Supreme Court. Elected government is also is as good as Supreme Court. People, the Tamil Nadu government, 8 crore people elected a government. Either it is Edapadi Panichami or Stalin. These governors are disregarding the view of these state and the people of state, and they think they are the elected government. They are the opposition party leader. And their attitude is like this wherever the opposition party are in power.
So, do you think that the actions of the governor are undermining the will of the people, because it's the assembly that has passed this bill?
Sir, that is what I said. It is undermining the assembly. It is undermining the will of the people, undermining the constitution. The constitution, it is a sovereign power of the Tamil Nadu government to legislate. Dr. Ambedkar said the 7th schedule lists the states are entitled to enact laws. They are sovereign in those matters. No state, center or the president or the governor cannot sit over those decisions. It is questioning the sovereignty of the state. Something like the releasing of 7 persons also, their sovereign power given under Article 161. They are sitting, they don't bother. They feel it is all opposition ruled states are like the enemy countries. That is how these governors are dealing with the opposition ruled states. And it is not against the party elected to power, it is against the people of the respective states.
Right, sir. Thank you so much, Mr. Hariparanthaman, for joining us and uh, discussing about this subject, which is very, very crucial and very important for the state. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you.